Hey everyone, welcome to ChemSaw FPV. I'm your host ChemSaw, and today we're going to be building a smoke stopper. The smoke stopper that we're going to be building is a deluxe edition. We're going to be using this bulb, this regular car light bulb. It's the 3157 that alternates between a 7 watt and a 27 watt setting, which is going to allow us to alternate our current between 500 milliamps and 2.5 amps. This is basically what is the heart of our current limiting device, the so-called smoke stopper, where with our socket this is going to allow us to easily exchange the bulb if it ever gets damaged, because we're going to want to take this unit out on the field for field repairs, and that's going to augment the chances of it getting damaged, and we're not going to want to solder if the bulb breaks. So you could, but your call. You could always do it without the socket, save yourself $2-3. We're also going to be using these switches with an LED, and these switches are going to allow us to power the unit on and off. And we're also going to have the other switch is going to allow us to change between the 7 watt and the 27 watt filament, and thus the 500 milliamps and to the 2.5 milliamps. That's We will also be using the XT60 plugs, and we're just going to need one pair of these. Apart from that, some heat shrink, some this is actually 18 gauge wire. Anything I'd say 20 gauge and above is more than enough for the amount of current that we're going to be passing through it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Don't really need all that much of it either, just a little bit. So let's jump into first person view and let's get to building.
Positive to now the first switch. The one that is different is the ground. We're going to go in here and out this one. So we're going to be going out that one to there. That's going to be our ground. And then we'll take this thing here. Now here we have major, minor, ground. So what this is really basically saying is this is the two inputs and this is our output. So this output will be connecting to this middle one here. This is to allow us to turn the device on and off. If you don't want an on and off switch, which to be fair is not even really needed, you could just do away with this altogether and basically just connect straight like that. No need for the extra basically ground of the battery to the ground to the quad, and that's it. Coming out here would just be the power going to the power, and then you plug in, the power would right away be coursing through. What we're gonna do just for the hell of it is add this switch. So like stated, negative, positive, it's gonna go to the two outside ones, and then the outgoing power is going to go to the middle one. Our major is going to go to our switch on the outside, and our minor, well, we have two options. We can either connect it to the switch here where the other one is going in, or we can basically braid with this one and connect it straight at the power. So I'm gonna strip my wires, 18. Okay, so this is the one that goes into the battery. Now, the catch is, like stated, we have two options here. We can stick this one in here alone, or we can stick this one in here with the miner right away, the green one here. And I'm actually going to opt for... I'll go for the button, because that means that these two will have the same length. Yep, that's what I'll do. Okay. So that means I just one of these things on here. That's it, that's all in there, and we're good to go. FYI, you probably don't want to take soldering tips from me. If you don't know how to solder, I'm probably not your best example. I'm not making it up as I go along. I have done this before, but not extensively. Just as a hobby. Alright, so there we have one part of it, the start of it. Very simple. And now this is where it starts, so this goes into the battery, that goes into the quad. The red button will be the power one here. This will be connecting here. And we're about to do the last solder. Connect the major to the outside of the button. Oh, looks good. Alright, so there you have it. We have the built unit. All that's missing is a bunch of glue to hold it together. At this point, the battery will be coming in here. The ground will be going straight to the quad. The ground will be utilized by both the switches for their LEDs. The positive coming in from the battery goes straight into the miner. The middle pin in, if you're using this, then it's just straight the middle pin. The two inside ones. And then the switch going out when you power it on is sending power to the major, so that will turn up the frequency. So now we just need to get this all stuck together and it'll be ready to rock. So Yep, let's pull out the hot glue and make the magic happen. Before I put away the soldering iron and take out the hot glue, I'm actually going to do one final little solder. This unit wants a 3-cell. This is rated for a 12-volt battery. Those are the amperages that you're getting the defined settings for. So 500 milliamps and 2.5 milliamps is at 12 volt. So I don't have a regular 3-cell battery, but I do have this little sucker right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make an extension cable here. Alright, there you go. Well, sucker is binded and functioning properly. Like I said, this is the 500 milliamps, and then flip the switch, goes over to the 2.5, but yep, it's not making any difference at this point. It's working just great. Yep, that's it. Smoke Stopper Super Deluxe Edition with the capacity to power on with the red one in this case, and the blue one will change the current. And yeah, nice little unit, tough, solid, easy to carry around in the field, hook up. As you saw, I made the extensions for the different types of batteries and quad connections. Depending on needs, it's quite easy to adapt. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed and that you learned something today, or at least followed step by step and were able to build your own, because this just might save your quad.